The model suddenly felt an intense heat rising through her body. The sensation made her deeply uncomfortable. Just as she braced herself to push through and finish the runway show, she noticed someone in the audience below taking a sip of water. She could no longer hold back. She rushed down and snatched the drink right out of their hands, gulping it down desperately. But even so, she felt not the slightest bit of relief. She immediately hopped on a bike and rode away from the venue. However, just moments later, her leg snapped clean in two, yet somehow, she felt absolutely no pain. She walked straight into a nearby restaurant as though nothing had happened. Almost instantly, her eyes were drawn to a pitcher of water sitting on the bar. She rushed over, grabbed it, and began drinking from it in huge gulps. Then she suddenly spotted a restroom and bolted inside. Even under the running water, her body temperature kept climbing. The moment water touched her face, it turned to steam on contact. Her temperature had already reached 500 degrees. No amount of water made any difference at all. Just as she tried to leave, she was surrounded by a swarm of police officers. Countless gun barrels were trained on her. Her pupils turned a vivid red, and then her entire body exploded in a violent burst of flames. The incident drew intense scrutiny from the authorities. The investigation revealed that the woman had not taken any drugs prior to the event. Moreover, several months earlier, another model had died in a strikingly similar explosion. All the victims shared one common symptom. In the days leading up to their deaths, they had developed an almost uncontrollable craving for water. The police then pulled up the models' complete records, and before long, they stumbled upon a shocking discovery. The models' photos from just a year prior looked nothing like the women they had become. The police were beginning to realize this case was far more complicated than anyone had initially thought. At the same time, a woman bundled up in a puffy down jacket knocked on a door. She stepped inside and peeled off the thick coat. She then made her way over to Jack. After a warm and friendly exchange, the woman slowly lifted her veil. The next morning, Jack woke up to find that the mysterious woman had already gone. But something immediately felt off. He quickly had the staff bring him a large amount of water and a thermometer. When he checked, his temperature had already soared to 118 degrees. A sharp, searing pain suddenly shot through his body. Something inside him was undergoing a radical transformation. After what seemed like an eternity, Jack's body had cocooned itself into a massive shell. He fought and clawed his way out of it with all his might. It seemed the metamorphosis was complete. He stumbled over to the mirror and stared at his reflection. The Jack looking back at him was no longer the overweight, pudgy man he had been. He was now a lean, muscular figure with striking good looks. Little did he know, however, that this newfound appearance was going to cost him dearly.